I first began working with Archangel Michael in, what was it, 2000? Oh no, that's not true. Okay, I first really started working with Archangel Michael when I was younger, because my mother is a Reiki healer, and she got into spirituality and the sort of New Age movement way before I did. I was the one at the dinner table being like, "You're so weird, Mom. Like, why are you talking about, like, angels right now? We're just, like, chilling, eating dinner, okay?" So I was totally that person, and funny what life can do. So my mom was always talking about Archangel Michael, and she was like, whenever I'd have tests at school or needed help with anything, she'd be like, "Ask Archangel Michael for help." I didn't really believe much of that at the time, but she said it so often, and I did trust my mother, so I inevitably, after a while, started asking Archangel Michael and my guardian angels for help in these situations. But that's as far as I went with it. Every so often I'd just say a prayer and let it go. But when I really started working with Archangel Michael in the way that I was serious about wanting him to come into my life, I was in university. This was maybe 5 or 6 years ago now. I was in university, and I had been reading this book called Ask Your Guides by Sonia Choquette. Some of you may be familiar with this book. And it's a book that introduces you to your spirit guides and angels. I highly recommend it. And I remember sitting in the back of my financial markets and institutions class, totally not into it. I took finance in school because I'm a crazy person. Just kidding. And I remember I was like in the back of class reading this book and totally not listening, and like just flailing on that. It was my last semester in school, and I just wanted to be in this world. I wanted to learn. There was something that got triggered in me that was like, you need to know this, okay? And so Sonia said, let's introduce you to Archangel Michael, and let's really call him into your life. So she gave a practice where she asked me to invoke Archangel Michael 3 times in a specific way and invite him in. So I think it took me a couple days. I was in my car, I was outside of the bank, Lethbridge, Alberta, and I was like, "Okay, let's do this." And I remember just sitting there and closing my eyes, and for some reason I said Michael's name like Mikael, okay? It just happened. I was like, Mikael, I call upon you now. Really interesting. I feel like it was a past life connection where I've worked with Michael before, but I called him Mikael because I was, a different race or ethnicity or had a different language. And I had that instant awareness then. And I just tuned in, and there was just the softest, most subtle energy that I felt, and that was it. And that was my starting working with him.